I'm not happy with what's going on. I'm not seeing, what you were promised, what is going on, what do you propose we can do to get things done? Give them a chance to do what they need to do. When you're selling a home, it is, especially if you're doing it for the first time, it's can be very scary. And you want to hire the right agent. And I recommend definitely interview at least three. Make sure you feel comfortable and confident that they are going to have your best interest at heart. But sometimes things happen. It had happened to me in the past before I became a realtor. You do your homework, you think you've done everything correctly, and then you hire somebody and they just does not perform the way you thought they would or the way they have promised they would. So what do you do in that situation? I actually recently talked to a seller who just taken their home off the market. And one of the things they said to me was, like, we have such a hard time communicating with this person. They don't respond to our text. They don't respond to our call. When we ask them questions, they brush it off. When we ask them, if we should lower the price to get the home sale, they just not do it. It's just a lot of, and actually that is the number one complaint that most sellers has with their agent is the communication. So if your home is on the market for weeks on end and you're not getting a good offer or you're not getting any offer at all, and on top of that, your agent doesn't have an answer for you or they say, oh, it's the market. We just have to wait. And sometimes that is true. The market does change. But even in those situations, you want to have a strategy on how to handle that when the market. But just getting back to the question at hand, right? If your agent is not doing their job and you are in a contract, the listing agreement generally does not have a cancellation clause. It's just the way it's written. It has an expiration date. So if you have a 3 months period, at the end of the 3 months, it's automatically void. You don't have to do anything. But during that period, let's say your home been on the market for a month and you're just not happy with your service. What can you do? So I would say start with a conversation with your agent and be like, hey, I'm not happy with what's going on. I'm not seeing, what you were promised, what is going on, what do you propose we can do to get things done? Give them a chance to do what they need to do. But if that doesn't get things going, then you're gonna have that conversation and say, hey, you know what, I think at this time we're just going to need to end this contract. We would like to cancel this for listing agreement. It's straightforward. You don't need, it's very straightforward. All you need to do is just tell them you want to cancel. Typically, even though we don't have a cancellation clause in our listing agreement, no agent is going to hold your home hosted. A client no longer want to work with me. What is the point of trying to just hold on to the listing? I mean, you have an upset client is going to do a lot more damage than just letting them go. They can be happy doing whatever they need to do. So you just need to request and say, I need a cancellation or I want a cancellation. And they and it can be a negotiation. So you gotta read the listing agreement when you sign it, right? So is there any fee if you cancel? So that's one of the things you have to have a conversation with them. And it should be a question you ask actually not even when, before you sign the listing. If things doesn't go right, how do I cancel this agreement, right? Is there any fee that I have to pay? Because depend on the listing agreement, some agent will charge you an admin fee if you cancel. Some agent will charge you for the staging cost if you cancel before it gets sold. So there's a variety of ways that the listing agreement is structured. But it's important you know ahead of time if things doesn't go right and you want out early. What are the ramifications? But in general, most people don't charge. Usually don't, as far as I know. So just ask for it. I want a cancellation, and you should be able to get a form that says cancellation of the listing agreements that needs to be signed by you, needs to be signed by the broker, the managing broker of that office. And then that means that your home gets taken off the market. Really, Up to you. Really, you want to take a break, or do you want to go and interview a few more agents to get things done? But I would recommend take your time because you already gone through the process once. Now you're gonna have some idea of what to expect. So the next time around, you know the questions to ask the next agent so that you don't make. Those are some of my tips on how to get the highest and best price. And if you are looking to buy a home or sell a home here in the Bay Area, please feel free to reach out to me. I love to help. And if you're not looking to buy in the area or anywhere else, I am happy to introduce one of my friends to you, one of my trusted realtor friends to you. And I know that whoever that I introduce you, they're going to do a phenomenal job for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.